cuties. I'm Lanikia, and you're watching What Happened on the Soaps. This is General Hospital Edition. All right, let's get right into this. Today is Tuesday, October the 25th, 2022. And on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm gonna go ahead and get it a 6. I'm sorry, I wasn't that into it. I know it was for me, it was a 6. I don't know what's going on with me in General Hospital right now, but I'm not feeling it like I used to. We start off with Dex and Jocelyn. Oh, child, here they go. Talking about, I said, Jocelyn, you gonna lose your man. You gonna lose Cameron because you can't leave Dex alone. But anyways, he said, "Oh, it's gonna be like that between us," and she said, "Yeah, it's like that between us because you won't leave Sonny alone, and I can't stand Sonny. And plus, he tried to kill you." Well, Dex, of course, can't tell Jocelyn that he working with Michael. And I said, "Well, whose child is Dex? Is he Sonny's child or is he Jason's child?" Because this conversation got me to thinking, who is it? So they're talking, and she says Sonny's always prided himself on loyalty, but look what happened to Jason. And he said, "I thought Jason died doing something that didn't have related to Sonny." I mean, she said, "Well, I mean, he did, but he was always talking about how loyal he was to Jason, and Jason was younger than him when he started working for Sonny. And 2 months after Jason died, Sonny betrayed his family." I said, "Jocelyn, I'm so sick of you. Listen, I'm so sick of Joss. Listen." I'm sick of Joss. Like, I can't say this enough. I'm sick of this little girl always throwing her opinions around about Sonny and Jason and all that. Sonny was good to Jason because Sonny helped Jason when Jason didn't want anything to do with the Quartermains. Jason wanted absolutely nothing to do with them. And Sonny cared for Jason as he was. Because after Jason had his little injury, we all know he was not, after he had his injury, Jason was not the same. And Sonny, he appreciated for who he was the same way he appreciated your mama for who he was. Cause y'all be acting like we don't remember how Carly came in rolling up in that at the nurse's station trying to knock. Oh, my sister said that's ghetto. Trying to sleep with Tony. Like, Carly didn't come into this all great, and over the years they all betrayed each other. And the whole narrative that Sonny just betrayed his family with Nina, I'm tired of hearing this because that's not how it happened in my eyes. Y'all can feel how you want to feel. Yeah, he got on the, but before he got on the stand, and talked about Michael, everybody kept saying he betrayed the family. He betrayed the family. But honestly, Sonny was confused and he didn't want the feelings he was having for Nina, but he couldn't control himself from having those feelings because he did kind of want to be Mike. He wanted that lifestyle where he wasn't in a gangster and in the mob and doing all this the stuff that he was doing. And so I don't know. I'm sick of hearing this about, oh, he betrayed them. And the way Dex was looking, I said, "Sir, are you Jason's child or Sonny's?" I'm confused. But at any rate, Cameron is talking to his mama, and he letting her know that there's some stuff going on between him and Jocelyn. She said, "What do you mean by that?" He's just like, "We're not the same since everything went down." And she said, "I'm sorry because I wasn't there for you. When you needed me the most, you needed a mother there." And I've been dealing with my own issues. I mean, because they have like Elizabeth. To be quite honest with you, I don't even care about this storyline anymore because it's went on too long. Like, at this point, we thought we had wrapped this up in May when you went to go and get treatment, and then you came right back out, and it is now October going into November, and this storyline has just, it's all over the place, and it just keeps getting weirder. And at this point, I'm not interested. I'm not interested anymore, which is a shame because Elizabeth has been on this show too long for them to do her this way. But anyways, he says, "No, I'm glad you're getting help for what you're going through." So then, anyways, I said that to say Cam rolled up on Jocelyn and he was like, "What's going on here?" Because she's talking to Dex, getting all emotional and stuff. And he says, "I upset her by bringing up her stepfather and all this." And he leaves. And Cam is just like, "What? Why are you always with him? What's going on between you and Dex? Like, why are you always with him?" And so she finally comes clean and says she's closer to Dex than what she is. And she tells him what she's been saying And she tells him about rescuing him from Sonny. He said, I already knew that. Michael told me, and I want to know why you didn't tell me. So this is my problem with Jocelyn. You were all over Cameron. She's been all over Cameron. You didn't tell me about what Spencer was doing with Trina. You kept that secret from me. When she's been sitting here keeping all these secrets, and what a hypocrite. Ma'am, I'm going to turn your TV down a little bit because it's a little loud. But you've been keeping all these secrets from him about Dex and everything, and he just says, Cam is like, we're not on the same page anymore. Like, how are we gonna fix this? How are we gonna get on the same page with each other? Because we're not there anymore. And she's just like, we're going to be, and we're, they're gonna try to work on their relationship and get back to them, I guess, child. Whatever it is, let's move on. Then we see Finn and Terry, and are you okay? All right, sister. So then we see Finn and Terry, and he's just like, I'm glad Elizabeth is going on this trip with you and everything. And she's like, yeah, we're gonna get away, and maybe Liz can find the answers that she's been looking for. And at that time, Gregory and Violet came up, and he said, listen, now I gotta finish talking to Terry, because what you talking about, ma'am? But Terry doesn't tell him anything about why they're really going on this trip. And then she goes and meet with Elizabeth, and Terry says, I feel like we should tell Finn this. And Elizabeth doesn't want to. She doesn't want Finn to know, so she's not gonna tell him. So then we see Finn goes and he speaks to Gregory and Violet. And Violet he talks about Elizabeth and all, they catch up. And Violet sees a picture of Rinko. Is that her name? Rinko, Finn's widow. And so when he sees the picture, when she sees the picture, she starts asking him questions, and he talks about how she passed and he couldn't save her. And it makes Finn sad. So when Elizabeth comes in, she says, what's going on? And Violet says, I made Daddy sad. And he said, no, baby, you didn't make me sad. And so they leave, and Elizabeth says, what happened? And so he tells her about Violet was asking questions. And it's hard to think about it sometimes. But he's glad that she's going in and getting the help and everything that she needs. But Elizabeth's not telling the whole truth to this man. I don't know why. You know what? I think I'm not interested in General Hospital like I used to be. It's too many storylines. It's like this storyline has went on too long, and of course they had to tie Finn into it, right? It couldn't just be a storyline about Elizabeth where he was her support. He was helping her. Of course they had to tie him into it, so he's a part of this. Like, let's move on, heck. So then we see Nina and Ava. And Ava is drinking early in the morning. She said, don't tell me it's 5 o'clock somewhere. Nina tells her, and she said, I mean, I wouldn't say that, but it is true. So they sit down and have a drink, and they talk about everything and about Nicholas sleeping with Esme. But she don't tell her what she tells her that she has proof about, Nicholas has done something, but she doesn't tell her what it is, because she said we both would go down for it, but he pledges his dividing his undying love for me. Anyways, so Nina is like, what is going, like, do you want to be with him? She says, I forgive him, but I'm not ready. I'm not ready to go back with him. She's not ready yet, even though she's on the men. Her heart is on the men to be wanting to be back with him again. She's not completely there yet. So then we see that they're really getting into a deep conversation, and Nina gets a phone call. So Ava goes and she looked for she had that letter that Nicholas had wrote her confessing to killing Esme. Well, she look inside and they says missing something. I said, well, she still got it on her phone. No, don't forget about that. And so she already know. I don't know who she thinks got it, but so then we see Nicholas and move back, baby. We see Nicholas and Victor talk. Baby, Victor just think he's a boss. I mean, but he is controlling all these people. And Nicholas said, what you doing, the Valentine? That don't work on me. You can't do it, because Nicholas knows he has the heir to the throne in Esme's belly. Like, if Spencer don't want it, he gonna have another one that's gonna take care of everything. So Nicholas says, it's gonna be on my terms when I break up with Ava. You already forcing me to divorce her. It's gonna be on my terms when we get divorced. And Victor said, "Oh, no, no, no. You think you still have control? You don't." And he want to move in the Windermere and all that. And Nicholas is just like, they're just going back and forth. Where Nicholas is like, "You're not controlling me like that," and Victor is like, "Yes, I am, because I have the letter and I'll use it." The confession Nicholas did. I said, "Why don't anybody ever get dirt on Victor? Like, why don't you get dirt on Victor? If I was Nicholas, I would have punched Victor in the stomach and ran off with that left." But Johan probably was around there somewhere. But they just let Victor just walk over them. Y'all could all team up on Victor and do what you have to do, but whatever, child. Y'all, none of them do it. And that was General Hospital today, guys. I don't know. I'm not into this soap the way I used to be. And it's, you know what? Wait a minute. I forgot to talk about Britt. I done skipped her and Cody all up. I'm sorry about that, guys. So Britt and Cody, she goes in and gets the security box that Peter had and opens it up. And baby, it is a beautiful necklace. It had rubies and diamonds. And did y'all see Cody's eyes? That's what he's after. That's what right there is what he's been after. And baby, he took that diamond and scratched it across her makeup mirror. You know how you have those, I can't think what it's called. Anyways, he scratched it across. He said, "Oh, that's real." And she was like, "Man, no telling what Peter did to get this, or it could be for the police, so I'm just going to keep it right here." He said, "You don't want to take it and keep it close?" Cody didn't even want to let it go when she let him hold it. And she was like, "Cody, what's wrong with you?" He was like, "I've never just held this many millions, but you don't want to go and get, the worth of it, price it out." And she said, "No, I'm gonna leave it right here." And she put the key in her chest, because she said, "I'm gonna keep it somewhere place safe." And he said, "Really?" She said, "Learned it from my mama." I said, "Cody gonna get that dang key, girl," because that's what he's been after. And you know what? To be quite honest with y'all, I realize it's too many loose end storylines, and y'all brought Cody in. We don't know his backstory. Y'all brought Dex in. We don't know his backstory. You brought Rory in. We don't know his back. Like, then here comes Holly. Y'all keep bringing people. Can we finish some stories that's going on right now before y'all can make new storylines? Like, y'all are acting like Tyler Perry when you start a storyline and just don't finish it. Just move on from it. That's all I'm saying. Anyways, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you tomorrow for an all new episode of What Happened on the Soaps General Hospital Edition. I will be going live on Friday. It will be at 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern, and it will be 5 p.m. on the West Coast. Thank you so much for watching. Enjoy the rest of your day. Goodbye.